Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. As we know, it seems like every single week at this point, we are getting new leaks, new rumors on Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Insiders like Tom Henderson and Ralph's Valve have been talking a lot about the game recently, and today we've got more information on some new gameplay mechanics that appear to, in a way, be returning to the franchise, but also in a way they're new to, especially Warzone in specific. We also have some other leaks and other rumors about some exclusivity stuff with Warzone and MW2 and beyond, and a very interesting exclusivity bonus for MW2 as well. As we break it all down today, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, or if you have not already subscribed, each and every single day I am bringing you the latest news, updates, leaks, rumors, loadouts, everything going on in COD. You are going to find it right here, so feel free to hit that sub button and turn on those post notifications. Now, real quick, first things first, as always, when it comes to leaks and rumors, even though all the information we're talking about here today stems from Tom Henderson and Ralph's Valve, two very credible names when it comes to insider information, at the end of the day, everything we're talking about here is still subject to change because it has not been officially confirmed or announced via Call of Duty or anyone at any of the studios. So this stuff could very easily end up changing by the time that we see the game's release, and especially when it comes to some of the exclusivity talk, things could be very fluid there over time. So just take everything with a grain of salt. Anyway, first up, let's talk exclusivity in general, because there's two different parts to this. One that incorporates Warzone 2, Modern Warfare 2, and even what appears to be the next Call of Duty game from Treyarch, which we can assume is going to happen in 2024, actually. And then the other part has to do specifically with MW2, and it's a very interesting exclusivity bonus that it appears PlayStation is going to end up getting. Now, as I'm sure most of you guys know, right now there is an exclusivity contract in Call of Duty that basically is tethered between PlayStation or Sony, I should really say, and Activision or Call of Duty. And that essentially means that here and there, PlayStation gets some extra bonus items or early access to things that Xbox and PC players don't get. Things like the combat packs for almost every single season, PlayStation gets an exclusive skin, maybe a special blueprint that Xbox or PC players can't get. They get some extra double XP events here and there. And in certain cases, they'll get access or early access to things like betas. For instance, this year, the leaks so far have said that the early access for the MW2 beta is going to be on PlayStation first because of that contract. Now, at the same time, we also all know about the massive Microsoft news that was announced earlier on this year, that Microsoft is going to be purchasing Activision and in turn purchasing Call of Duty. Now, slight misconception here. This deal has not happened yet. I see tons of comments every day talking about Microsoft now owning COD and why PlayStation still gets benefits. Microsoft does not own Call of Duty or Activision yet. They're still waiting on that deal to finalize. Once that happens, we'll probably be talking about it here on the channel because I assume lots of news will be coming out then. But even after that happens, Microsoft has already come out and said, I think it was Phil Spencer specifically, saying that they plan to honor any pre-existing contracts that Call of Duty has with Sony and with PlayStation for different exclusivity deals, which means that if there are deals, which, spoiler alert, there apparently are according to Tom Henderson, for the coming years, Microsoft plans to honor those and allow those deals to still exist, even though they own the franchise now, which is kind of interesting and a little bit weird. But basically, Tom said the other day over on Twitter that he believes that Sony's deal with exclusivity for Call of Duty lasts for the next 3 games. So that would mean Modern Warfare 2, which we can already assume because the early access to the beta is going to be happening for PlayStation 4 and 5 first. Also, Warzone 2, so I imagine that combat packs and certain XP events will still be on PlayStation exclusively. And then also Treyarch's next game, whether that ends up being Black Ops 14 or a reboot to the Black Ops franchise or Cold War 2 or whatever else. So if Microsoft ends up sticking with that deal, PlayStation's going to have exclusivity for several more years. So just a quick little update on what's going on there. Now, piggybacking off of the exclusivity talk, now since we obviously know that exclusivity will be for PlayStation during MW2, recently Ralph's Valve published a new blog post regarding, I guess, a new experience, you could call it, that's coming to MW2 as some exclusive gameplay opportunities. I guess this is some new gameplay leaks in a sense. So what Ralph ends up talking about in this article is a brand new exclusive VR experience that immerses you into the shoes of a tier 1 operator in Modern Warfare 2, and this is being developed exclusively for PlayStation VR 2. Now, this next part, news to me. I had no idea there was previously a Call of Duty VR experience. Apparently, during Infinite Warfare, there was the Jackal Assault VR experience, and it didn't seem like it went over incredibly well, but Infinity Ward is back trying this again. And according to Ralph, this will be exclusively for PlayStation and PlayStation VR 2. In his actual blog post, he says, Sony announced earlier this week that a new Summer State of Play event is set for June 2nd, featuring a sneak peek at several games in development for PlayStation VR 2. We should expect to see a Call of Duty presence for the upcoming event and a small announcement for the project. So it's very possible we actually end up getting some official announcements on this in just a couple of days' time. Of course, if that happens, I'm sure we'll be talking about it in a video, so stick it here for that. Also, for what it's worth, June 2nd has been sort of a rumored date for another Modern Warfare 2 teaser. So at least that aspect would line up with at least the date and the time frame that we've heard before. So, you know, take that for what it is. Then lastly, today I want to talk about a new gameplay mechanic that was also leaked, so some more gameplay information being leaked here regarding Warzone 2 at the very least. I would imagine also DMZ and Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer as well. And that is the return of a swimming mechanic. Now, as we all know, in Warzone, water is one of the most deadly aspects of the game. More so than Combat Scout, more so than the broken DMR or, you know, the underbarrel shotgun FAMAS or the Akimbo shotgun pistols back in the day. Our operators did not bring their floaties. They cannot touch this water. They cannot swim in it in Warzone. Back on Verdansk 84, Caldera, outside of little streams, you touch the ocean, you're dead. If you go deep enough out, water is not very friendly, and it was not back on Verdansk. And obviously, an actual swimming mechanic is not looking likely for this version of Warzone. But we do know for a fact, according to the leaks and rumors about the Warzone 2 map, there's a lot of rivers. The southern part of the map is basically surrounded by the ocean in a sense, and a swimming mechanic is said to be debuting in game. Meaning a lot of gunfights could be very, very interesting. If you're fighting around the southern part of the map on the coastline, if you're fighting around one of those rivers and you have to actually have some underwater combat, or even if you're underwater and some enemies are on the beach on the south part of the map, or if you're on the riverbank and they're underwater, that's going to pose for some very, very curious and very niche fights that could be very different from normal one-on-one engagements or squad engagements on the map. I'd be curious to see how that affects bullet velocity, how that affects your guns, if there's a certain realism aspect to that, or if it's just going to be a new fun mechanic to implement some fresh gameplay into Warzone. Regardless, a swimming mechanic sounds very cool, and I'm very curious to see how it's going to actually work in general gameplay. But that said, those are the new leaks and the new rumors that we've got between Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. And that's going to wrap things up for today. Also, for what it's worth, if a swimming mechanic is in Warzone 2, I'd imagine that if we have any water maps or, water incorporated maps in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, it'll probably be present there as well since they're built on the same engine. But anyways, that's going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. It would be seriously appreciated. And if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. So feel free to hit that subscribe button. That way you can always guarantee you are up to date. And as always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. The links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.